Okay, today at Garage Mahal, we are going to be replacing an inner tie rod. And how you can tell is obviously you raise your car up and you want to take either side of your wheel and basically shake it back and forth. And you can tell I have some movement. I don't know if you can see that. That's the inner tie rod back there. You can tell it's got some movement in it. So I'm going to show you how to replace that. Alright, first take the tire off. 19mm nuts. Put this nut back on a little bit. Make sure to figure that it's frozen on there. We'll grab a little sledgehammer. A couple of quick little hits. Put that there. Now you have to take the whole tie rod off, so before you remove the outer tie rod and loosen up this crown nut, you want to loosen up this, basically it's a alignment bolt. They're on there usually pretty tight. I kind of cheated a little. I loosened it up a little, there we go. Loosen up a little bit ahead of time because sometimes they are pretty well rusted on there. Alright, so that's loose. So we'll be able to spin this off now. Also a 19mm. Put that there. Give that a quick hit with the sledge. That pops right up. So that moves pretty easy. Now a lot of guys count the turns when they pull this off. I'm going to do an alignment, but I like keeping it kind of pretty close. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically 13, 12 to 13. And I have an alignment video, so I'll show you how to do that afterwards. But we have it off, just inspect the boot. That's in still pretty good shape. And then next is going to be removing this clip on here. And we get a pair of pliers. I can sometimes do it with my hands, but grab a pair of pliers, pull this clip down, and the nut will hold that in place. And then there's a boot on there. And I actually had changed these once before. And I have a wire tie that's holding that boot on that other end. So I'm going to grab my little clippers. See if I can get a better angle on it from here. get it on there, but I think I stretched it enough and you got the clipper in there. And you guys, if you have a new one or a factory one, it's probably going to have a little metal ring on it. And those, unfortunately, they go on once, but I've used a wire tie pretty successfully. As you can tell, they like to stay on there. Anyway, that's that. Now, this shaft, got this boot off, you gotta take this nut off completely. Alright, so that's that nut and clip. And this boot, basically have to work it off, so usually grab a little WD-40. Run it down that shaft a little bit. Now, if it's been sitting on there a while, it's not going to come down too easy. So sometimes you got to twist it and it will slide right off. I like to examine these boots. So this one's still in good shape, so we can reuse that. And then if you can see in there, that is your, you see how loose that is. That thing is terrible. But that was an eBay special. I got better ones on Amazon, but had it in my cart, skeptical, and that's why I'm skeptical. But anyway, now in this part, if you can see in there, you are going to need a tie rod removal tool. Now half the battle is finding out what size clip. I think I put mine on the end. So hopefully this is the right one. Let me put it on. Yep, so it's going to be that size. It's trial and error, but you'll see where it clips on the back. Here's a new tie rod. So basically, that's how it's going to fit. But you can see how it goes. You absolutely need a tie rod removal tool to be able to put that on there. So basically just kind of clips in there. I think this one's from Pittsburgh. Let's see what it says. But got that on Amazon, relatively inexpensive. Basically, you're going to be sliding this down a shaft. Oops, I always get this backwards. Basically, you're putting this cup on first into the back. See how I have that sitting on there. And then you're going to slide this down the shaft. And then you're twisting that little metal tab holder on it, so it locks in place for you. Alright. And then you got to put a little torque on that, so alright, once you get that in place, I like to use my Stanley ratchet. So it's got that nice little slider thing for torque. And I put my adapter on there, so that's a 3/4 inch. And basically holding it back. Okay, so that took a little bit of torque on that. And when you tighten it, it's 44 pounds of torque you're putting on that. And the front tie rod is, or the outer tie rod rather, is 32, and this back one is 44 pounds of torque. Alright, so that is the old tie rod, and you can tell it's not supposed to wobble around like that. So, new one. Now I like to use Loctite blue. I put these on. You don't need a lot, just a little bit of a squirt. It's just going to make sure that that road vibration is not going to make that sucker bounce around too much. And basically I like to hand tighten them on. Alright. Now, like I said, you want to get this at 44 pounds of torque. Collar on again. Alright, let's try this one more time. Seat it in, slide that little tab over. Alright, now you need 44 pounds of torque. So these are quick. Use our torque wrench, click style. And we want to set that to 44 pounds. So that's a 40 mark. That's 0. Put that to 44. Alright, hopefully you can see that good, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure you're using a foot-pound side. The other side is nanometers, but this is the foot-pounds that you're looking for. Alright, and as we're going to tighten it down until it clicks. So right there, that's 44 pounds. So it's not going to loosen up. Just make sure we'll click it down. Alright, that's a click. So we're done with that tool. I will kind of put that in the... Okay. Just making sure that's good. Alright. Next, can we slide the boot back on? And we'll spray that down with a little WD-40 again. Make sure it slides on pretty good and easy. Okay. So that boot, that's seated. You hear it popping in place when it goes. And then we'll pull that back. Make sure it covers the back really good. Alright. Next, wire tie, which is always the fun part. Alright, quick way to cheat with these wire ties when you're putting them on. Loop it freehand. Hopefully you can see that going back. Alright, get down on this bottom side. Now a lot of guys like to use the wire kits, or rather they have the metal boot clips. I found this very tight to get in, and honestly I've been using wire ties for years, and if you get them right, they make a nice good tight seal on there. It'll hold that boot, keep the weather out. Anyway, alright, so snip that little excess off. I'm just getting near this angle. Snip the end piece off. That's it. Nice and clean. I don't know if you can see in there, but alright, next put that tab back on the end of the boot. So that clip is on. Next we'll put the nut back on there. Alright, and next the outer tie rod on. Now you remember how many? 13. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so I have another video on how to do an alignment, so you can watch that. But the counting, it's not going to get you exact, but it's going to get you pretty darn close to where you need to be. Alright, and again we'll use some blue Loctite on here. That nut down there, and this is going to be 32 pounds of torque. I got my 19. Actually, I can use this one right here. torque wrench on there. And we're going to set that to 32. So loosen the end. Alright, so that's 30. Actually 30 is on that side. That's 30. 32. Hopefully you can see that. Tell it's clicking. That's your 32 pounds. So and this nut will slide down. And we'll put it snug for now because we know we're going to be doing the alignment on it shortly. Alright, that's how you change your tie rod in about 10 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Brian and Garage Mahal out.